Tesla already disclosed its Q3 vehicle delivery and production numbers, which drives the vast majority of the company's revenue. Earlier this month, Tesla confirmed that it delivered 241,300 electric vehicles during the last quarter. That's a new record. Tesla has been beating new delivery records every quarter lately, but this one is up 20% quarter over quarter. Delivery and production numbers are always slightly adjusted during earnings results. For revenue, analysts generally have a pretty good idea of what to expect thanks to the delivery numbers. Tesla reported third-quarter revenue of $13.8 billion, up 57% year-over-year. The revenue figure beat a street consensus of $13.6 billion. Automotive revenue for the company was $12.1 billion, up 58% year-over-year. Tesla reported third-quarter earnings per share of $1.86, beating a street consensus of $1.57. The company had record vehicle production and deliveries in the third quarter. Tesla produced 237,823 vehicles, up 64% year-over-year. The company delivered 241,391 vehicles. Tesla reported 83 MW of solar power in the third quarter, up 46% year-over-year. The company reported 1,295 MWh of energy storage. Tesla ended the third quarter with 630 retail stores and service locations. The company had 3,254 supercharger locations and 29,281 supercharger connectors at the end of the third quarter. Tesla reported no purchases or sales of Bitcoin in the quarter. We achieved our best ever net income, operating profit, and gross profit, the company said. Tesla's operating margins hit an all-time high in the third quarter despite a 6% year-over-year decline in the average sale price of its vehicles. Tesla said it sees 50% average annual growth on a multi-year horizon. Growth will depend on equipment capacity, operational efficiencies, and stability of the supply chain. We believe the more vehicles we have on the road, the more Tesla owners are able to spread the word about the benefits of EVs, the company said. The company reaffirmed guidance of the first Tesla Model Y vehicles produced at the Tesla Gigafactories in Austin and Berlin to happen before the end of 2021. Cybertruck production is making progress with a planned launch in Austin subsequent to the Tesla Model Y. Improvement for production capacity is seen by the company for its Fremont and Shanghai factories going forward. TSLA price action. Tesla shares closed flat at $864.97. Shares are trading modestly down to $862 after hours at the time of writing. Tesla Q3 2021 earnings. Tesla always attempts to be marginally profitable every quarter as it invests most of its money into growth, and it has been successful doing so over the last 2 years now. The record results were driven by improved gross margins of 30.5% on its automotive business and 26.6% overall, both of which are records for at least the last 5 quarters. Automotive revenue rose to $12.6 billion and costs of automotive revenue amounted to $8.38 billion for the quarter. Tesla also generated $806 million in revenue from its energy business, which combines solar and energy storage products, and $894 million in services and other revenue, which includes vehicle maintenance and repairs, auto insurance, and sales of Tesla-branded merchandise, among other things, Tesla has disclosed in past financial filings. For its energy and storage business, costs of revenue rose to the highest number in the last 5 quarters to $803 million during the third quarter. In a shareholder deck that Tesla released before a call to discuss Q3 results, the company said, "A variety of challenges, including semiconductor shortages, congestion at ports, and rolling blackouts, have been impacting our ability to keep factories running at full speed." Even with those issues, the company reiterated prior guidance that it expects to achieve 50% average annual growth in vehicle deliveries over a multi-year horizon. During the third quarter, Tesla recorded a $51 million impairment related to its investment in Bitcoin, which it reported under restructuring and other expenses. Tesla had previously disclosed deliveries of 241,300 electric vehicles and production of 237,823 vehicles during the period ending September 30, 2021. Unlike other automakers, Tesla's sales rose during the quarter, setting a new company record despite chip shortages and supply chain challenges weighing on the industry. Many other automakers have reported record profits during the semiconductor chip shortage due to resilient consumer demand, but they have not been able to produce better sales due to the supplier constraints. In a Q3 2021 shareholder deck, Tesla remained non-committal on the start date for production of the hotly anticipated Cybertruck. The company is saying only that production of the non-traditional truck will begin at some point after Model Y production commences in Austin, where Tesla is building a new vehicle assembly plant. Tesla also said in the deck that for all of its standard range vehicles, it will be shifting to lithium iron phosphate battery chemistry globally. Previously, Tesla used lithium-ion battery cells with a nickel cathode in its standard range vehicles made for customers in North America. LFP batteries are generally more affordable to produce. The two top producers of these types of battery cells are CATL and BYD in China. Tesla is already procuring batteries from CATL, the company's previously revealed. Analysts asked Tesla executives on Wednesday if they were planning to procure all their LFP batteries from China. Tesla Senior Vice President of Powertrain and Energy Engineering, Drew Baglino, said ultimately the company's goal is to localize production of cars and batteries as much as possible to the continents where it makes cars. That goal extends to battery cells, he suggested. Shareholders also asked Tesla how the company would deal with a stricter seeming or more critical federal vehicle safety regulator. The National Highway Traffic and Safety Administration is currently investigating Tesla for possible safety defects in its autopilot driver assistance system after a string of crashes that involved Tesla drivers colliding with parked first responder vehicles while using autopilot. Tesla's Vice President of Vehicle Engineering Lars Moravy spoke of Tesla's relationship with NHTSA as a partnership on Wednesday's call. "We always cooperate fully with NHTSA," Moravy said. As NHTSA figures out the rules and regulations for vehicles with more features enabled by software, he added, "We're happy to be a part of that journey." The comment stood in contrast to remarks by Tesla CEO Elon Musk. Previously, Musk accused the Biden administration of anti-Tesla bias in general. And this week, Musk griped about a new NHTSA safety advisor, Missy Cummings, to his tens of millions of followers on Twitter. A Duke University engineering and computer science professor, Cummings was previously critical of Tesla's approach with the driver assistance systems that it markets as autopilot and full self-driving options. Neither system makes Tesla vehicles autonomous or safe for use without a driver at the wheel. Objectively, her track record is extremely biased against Tesla, Musk wrote. U.S. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg said at a press event on Wednesday, "He's welcome to call me if he's concerned." Last quarter, Musk said he would no longer lead earnings calls by default. The bombastic CEO chose not to address shareholders and analysts on Wednesday, and the earnings call was relatively dry compared to prior quarterly calls when Musk famously insulted analysts or called pandemic-related health orders fascist. Other expectations for the TSLA shareholders letter and analyst call. This quarter's management call should be interesting since it is just a few weeks after Tesla's annual shareholders meeting when investors were also able to ask questions. As usual, the focus is on growth, which is mostly going to come from Tesla's two new factories, Gigafactory Berlin and Gigafactory Texas. Both factories are supposed to be producing vehicles by the end of the year, and a status update would be appreciated even though Tesla recently provided those at its shareholders meeting and Gigafest in Germany. Full self-driving beta is also one of the biggest stories at Tesla right now, and financially, it is an interesting one. The automaker has already been selling the package for years, but it hasn't been recognizing all the revenue from it since it has yet to deliver the full features. The company has been gradually recognizing more revenue from it as it pushes new features, and with the wider release of FSD beta that started last week, investors might be looking to know how to factor that in over the next quarter. As usual, Tesla Energy is a much smaller part of the company's business in terms of actual revenue, but investors would like to see Tesla sustain its growth on that front. What else are you looking for during Tesla's earnings? Let us know in the comments section below and join us tomorrow for an extensive coverage of the earnings. This is all for today, folks. If you enjoyed this video, then leave a like, and if you are new, then don't forget to subscribe.